Hey, my name is InkXPsycho, or Ink for short. I apologize if you hear any background noise besides the background music, of course. The making of this video is very much inspired by Petrowski. I'll be linking his channel in the description as well as pin it in the comment section. I'm sorry that my first somewhat formal PokeMMO video is just copying someone else's work. I hope you guys won't be too harsh on me about it. If so, it is what it is. Pad is also a reason I came back to making videos, as his are very entertaining, and because of that, has grown an urge for me to start making some myself. So thank you, Pat, for being a part of this community.
Back to what the video is about though. As the title of the video says, I'll be farming 1000 Grimers. I'll be doing this on my alt account as my mains PC is very limited at the moment. Why Grimers is probably what you're asking. Well, they're in the Chaos Egg group to start off, which is pretty good for every 31 IV Grimer I catch, except for the attack ones of course. They also have a chance to hold either a Nugget or Black Sludge, which are both decent items for money. Naturally, when I first thought of farming them, I thought of the next best thing, Muck, which is what Grimer evolves to. Why is it better? Because of another item that's added into its held item pool, Toxic Orb. Toxic Orb can go up to 80k or more if supply is low. Very cool, right? Well, there's just one problem. It's a rare encounter compared to Grimer, which has a very common rate at Route 16. Because of this, I'd be encountering other Pokemon with a rare or lower rate. On top of that, finding Mucks with a Toxic Orb are very, very rare, so I might not encounter a single one that's holding one at all. It isn't worth the struggle as well when it's also naturally more difficult to capture compared to Grimer. They require to be false swiped, spored, and captured in the Great Ball or Better Ball. So with all of that information noted, it's much better to farm Grimer and better to manage, as it's not as frustrating as well as much more affordable in terms of money spent, which will be on normal Pokeballs. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video.
So for the first 7 boxes, I kind of messed up on the calculations of it, and that's because I didn't note down the info as clear as possible. The picture that I'm showing you now are the 31s, items, and 2x31s that I've noted. As you can see, it's messy and not as clear as I would have hoped for it to be, but I'll try my best to explain because honestly, I also lost myself with this. For HP 131s, I got a total of 13. The male ones got me 64k and the females earned me 57k, adding to 121k. For attack, I unfortunately got 14 131s, which only resulted in 26k total from both genders. For defense, I got a total of 8, which resulted in 47.5k from females and 57k from males, adding up to 104.5k. For special attack, I got a total of 14, 54k from females and 94k from males, adding up to 148k. Not sure why I added the 500 there, probably because I confused it for the last add up, I don't know. Anyways, for special defense, I got a total of 11, 54k from females and 45k from males, adding up to 99k. And finally, for speed, I only got 4, 20k from females and 20k from males, adding up to 40k. So from adding all that up, it results in 538.5k earnings from the 1x31s already. It isn't 539k because remember, I deducted 500 from the special attack earnings. The next thing to add up here are the nuggets and black sludges, which is a total of 89.5k in total. Add the earnings from the 1x31s and items, and now the total income is 628k. Now the final numbers to add to that 628k are the 2x31s. Just from 6 of them, they gave us 250k. 628k plus 250k equals 878k. Now I'll reduce this number to 820k. Why? Well, when I was doing the calculations for this, I do remember messing up something, which were that some 1x31s that I counted weren't actually 1x31s. Instead, some of them were the 2x31s. I've forgotten to sort the 2x31s by themselves before adding them all up, so I accidentally added more than what I actually earned. So I will be reducing it to 820k. Minus 60k from every single stat, which lowers it to 818k, then rounding it up to 820k. So for the first 7 boxes, it comes to 820k. That is a lot, honestly. But now into the next 7 boxes. Okay, so in this picture, the calculations are much more simpler, so I hope you guys can follow with me and understand the notes easier or clearer. In these 7 new boxes that I've earned, I was able to get 3 1 times 31 HP males and 3 HP females. As you can see on the table below it, the total earnings from both are 30k. For attack, luckily this time I only got 4 males and 1 female. The attack males add up to 10k and the female just 2k. For defense, I got 9 males and 2 females. The defense males add up to 99k and the females 22k. For special attack, I got 6 males and 3 females. The males add up to 75k and the females 36k. For special defense, I got 8 males and 8 females. The males add up to 88k and the females 92k. And finally, for speed, I got 3 males and 5 females. The males add up to 40.5k and the females 62.5k. The total earnings from just the males add up to 342.5k, and for the females that adds up to 244.5k. Add both and the total is now 587k. The next thing to add here are the 2 731s, which is 130k from them. Now the number has gone up to 717k. Finally, the black sludges and nuggets added up to increase that number, which is a total of 98.5k from them. Add them up, and now the total earnings is 815.5k. Now I just need to catch 2 more boxes and 40 grimers to reach 1000. Finally, we're on the last boxes needed to calculate in order to reach a total of 1000 grimers. So these numbers are way lower than our previous ones, as I only needed to get 2 more boxes and one with 40 of them. Here are the results. For HP, I got 2 males and 3 females, 20k from the males and 30k from the females. For attack, I got 4 males and 2 females, 10k from the males and 4k from the females. For defense, I got 5 males and 1 female, 55k from the males and 11k from the females. For special attack, I got 3 males and 1 female, 37.5k from the males and 12k from the female. For special defense, I got 1 male and 4 females, 11k from the male and 46k from the females. And finally, for speed, I got 4 females and 1 female, 54k from the males and 12.5k from the female. Adding the total from both sides leaves us with 187.5k from the males and 115.5k from the females. Add both up, and now we have 330k. Then from calculating the 2 times 31s I got, it was another 130k. Add up again, and it's 433k now. Finally, adding up the nuggets and sludges, which is 35.75k from them, the earnings are now 468.75k. So what are our total earnings on this farming option? Well, here's what I gathered. In total, I was able to farm around 150 1 times 31s. As for 2 times 31s, I'm unsure, but my guess from the notes I've gathered and rough memory is between 10 through 15. For black sludges, I was able to determine I captured 54 grimers holding one. For nuggets, I captured 27 grimers holding one. And now, for how much I made in total. 820k from the first 7 boxes, 815.5k from the second 7 boxes, and 468.75k from the last 2 boxes and 40 grimers. That adds up to 2,001,250 million Pokeyen, which that is a lot, at least to me. So now I'll review this specific farming option and a sequence of questions that I've set up. Is this reliable even at post-game? Yes, very, I'd say. Grimers at Route 16 are very common and only need to be false swipe plus Pokeball to capture them. Though the capture rate is not 100%, I'd say it works 70 through 80% of the time. When it doesn't, you'll have to spore in order to secure the catch on the next ball. If you don't, you might waste another Pokeball. Is this beginner friendly? Somewhat. Yes, you can easily start farming these Grimers, but keep in mind that they do have a chance to poison your Pokemon. If they do, you're gonna visit the PC way more than you realize and waste time doing so. I strongly recommend using a Pokemon like Breloom with the ability Poison Heal, or any other Pokemon that can absorb or be immune to poison types that can learn False Swipe. If you can't seem to capture your own, use the GTL to buy a decent Shroomish with Poison Heal. Remember, 31s don't matter, just make sure the IVs aren't bad and the nature doesn't cripple the Shroomish. Anything that reduces special attack for a buff on anything else is good. The best nature is Adamant, second being Jolly, but again, don't take it that serious if you're just a beginner. Anything can finish a job at the end, even if it's the worst way to do it. How long did it take you to capture 1000 Grimers? It's taken me 2 months or so, perhaps even more. But the main reason as to why is because as I stated at the very beginning of the video, life events were in the way. If you have enough dedication and time in your hands, you're 100% able to catch 1000 of them yourself in a less amount of time than me. Is it worth making breeders out of this egg group? It's 100% it is. If you're able to breed and buy the braces needed to transfer IVs, you gain way more profit than just selling them alone. Keep in mind they might take more time to sell. You might even find yourself unlucky and having to relist them on the GTO. It just depends if you want quick cash or more cash. The only exception will be breeding anything with attack, as it's the only IV that negatively affects most Chaos Pokemon. Just list them on the GTO for the quick cash. And that will conclude the questions in the video itself. If you have any questions that haven't been answered for this video or anything related to it, do drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer. If you have any suggestions as to what other questions I should implement on the list for these types of projects or any similar ones, please also leave them in the comments as well, as I can't help but think I could have asked myself at least up to 8 questions, but unfortunately couldn't. Yeah, this video isn't detailed as compared to Petrowski's 1000 series, but I hope you understand it's been a while since I put any actual effort into a project for a video, as well as just being completely new to the PokeMMO YouTube scene. I'm pretty nervous in doing anything wrong, which makes me forget detailed information for you, the viewer, and I apologize for that. As you can also tell, I'm stuttering a lot, and I have to retry a lot for these voice recordings. So apologies for that. But yeah. Again, let me know in the comments if there's something I could improve on. I hope you enjoyed the video though. Until next time, see ya.